miss a thing.
A pair of students were denied entry to their prom because they said the required breathalyzer tests were a violation of their constitutional rights. It's an incident. It's been getting a lot of attention. Joining me now are the two seniors, Sasha Chobra and Kevin Petrovich. Hope I said your names right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. They both attend Princeton High School in New Jersey. Great to have you with us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, is it my understanding that you didn't know, or you did know, that they would be at the door with a breathalyzer? And why did you decide that this wasn't for you, you weren't going to take it?
Well, we understood beforehand. The administration not planned on telling us until a few days before, but we actually had a very proactive government and politics teacher who told us that the issue was up at these board meetings, and we went online, saw the videos. Kevin filed OPRA requests, and we were available for the policies, and we consulted the Constitution and Supreme Court cases, and we determined that it was not going to be legal or constitutional.
Right. The school basically was very coy about it. They didn't really talk about it until the last possible second. Even the letters to the parents that they sent out were quite late. So we thought they were being sort of cagey. And we basically, after reviewing certain cases and the Constitution, like Sasha said, decided that it was not legal.
Sasha, would you have understood it if there was reason to give you the breathalyzer? Let's say the two of you were acting in a specific way. Would you have been more understanding then?
Yeah, and that's exactly the point. If there's reasonable suspicion, if there's probable cause, if you have a warrant, then a search and seizure per the constitutional is very much allowed and legal. But when you say that every single student does that, that is equivalent to if you stop every single car on the highway or go into every single house in America just because there could be drugs or illegal arms or something like that, just because there could be, if you have no reason to believe that. And NJ versus TLO, the Supreme Court case, has been interpreted to mean that blanket searches are not constitutional.
Right. Obviously, if the student does something suspicious, there's obviously grounds to search them, and the breathalyzer is a great, quick way to verify if they are sober or drunk.
I have a feeling I have two future attorneys with me. I'm very familiar, guys, with that area. I went to the Hunt School of Princeton. What has the response been from your fellow students and people in the area?
We found generally supportive. I mean, it's certainly controversial, but a lot of parents have told Superintendent Wilson that they disagree with it. Some teachers have expressed interest in it, and certainly on the internet, we've seen there are a lot of these articles came up, and a lot of the comments there were many supportive, there were a few against, but we thought a lot of people really understood our message.
Okay, I'm going to read the response from the superintendent, guys. I believe we have that. Do we have that on the screen? There it is. It's their statement, and that's fine. He says they respected that the terms of entering the prom were to take the breath sensor. That's Princeton Superintendent Judy Wilson stating that. Kevin, what about this, that the Princeton Regional School Board unanimously approved this policy a few months after the high school canceled its homecoming in the wake of various alcohol-related incidents? So in a way, were they kind of trying to prevent something from happening?
Yeah, I think the entire school community does understand and acknowledge that there is an issue. And so I think the board was trying to tackle this issue head on. However, a lot of the meetings about this policy were behind closed doors, so the community couldn't get involved and give their input. And the board unanimously decided to go with the policy after only 3 quick minutes of open debate, which I thought was a very suspicious behavior on their part. But we think that there is a better way to address this problem, which definitely does exist.
And what do your parents think, your family members think about this and you fighting this? Are they proud of you for doing it?
Well, I think that they also recognize that many parents and many students do recognize that the policy is unjust. I've heard people call it disgusting, illegal even. So I think people are hesitant to get involved because it is such a complicated matter. But I think people in general do support an effort to change this policy.
Yeah, I think my parents generally were what I think is the general sentiment that's out there, is that they agreed that there seemed to be something wrong with it. And if you look at the Constitution, seemed to be a clear issue there. But people are hesitant to get involved in these things. They're maybe a little scared of what a fight comes or possible outcome, because it's certainly a tricky issue. And as Kevin said, there is a real problem, and people often don't really know what the solution is or what's the resolution to these incidents that certainly have happened. But I think a lot of people agree in the end that it's very important to protect our civil liberties.
And Kevin, you're going to Princeton, is that right? Sasha, where are you going?
I'm going to the University of Chicago.
All right, best of luck to both of you. Appreciate your